Please tell us your name.
Tsen Karina. Ming Karina.
Tenzin
Wangmo.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record your experiences so that we can share your memories with many generations of Tibetans, the Chinese, and the rest of the world. Your memories will help us document the true history, culture, and beliefs of the Tibetan people. Do you give your permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use this interview?
Khangzikha Rinpoche chogis enganzulas amala number 2 gi michi nyamnyo ngoyu chungbaji yorwa ngoju dunzula tizu cherwa la eni logyu dinzu nangi eni phemi mira mangbo ta kya miri emasebe zambuling mimang chogis ra ani phegi gerap ta rishu ngoyu khari yeme de hakugres eni tharing phegi ngagyun gerap legul digi amala la thiwa thile chebadi Peju Tayagi Chokchen Nangirwala. Yes, sure.
Thank you for offering to share your story with us. During this interview, if you wish to take a break or stop at any time, please let me know. If you do not wish to answer a question or talk about something, let me know.
Tiwa Tilen Nang Bakeup Laya Ka Goya Dinde Yona Ka Suna Digio Rela. Any ya Tiwa Kashila Lane Kundu Mena Lema Kune Digio Rela.
If this interview was shown in Tibet or China or anywhere else, would this cause a problem for you?
Kesi Taring Tiwa Tilen Chebading Anzu Pö da Gyana Zambuling Kawa Tembine Amala Kange Yorwell.
Kangi make a bite and a tenro chingal kangi cake name and the kabai and tenro among the patient the pentoro chenangakune.
Please show it to anywhere you like.
We are honored to record your story and appreciate your participation in this project.
Amla Taring de Pen and Anzula Lugus Badilani Kabu years.
So, can you tell us where you were born?
Amla Tungsagi Lumba de Ming Karire
Khangzikha.
La
Naruchisa del Khangzikha. Khangzikha.
Khangzikha.
Khangzikha.
The Tongsip de Ming Rivela.
Tungsi Bandachire, the Jesalamare. Khangzikha.
The village was called Khangzikha.
Oh, yeah. Khangzikha.
And was this a large village or a small village?
Khangzikha the Tongse Chinjure Chimpure.
Did you go to the Mato Suncho Sanazalane? Dumba Matonda.
It was a small village, and when I was living there were only 35 families.
35 families. And at the time you were living there, how many people were in your house?
Amla chungdu pela payila shupe kabla rwa. Amla ge nangla ya nangmi khazu siore.
No me poguta kanga maton namataka choni ziyore logu de tan kanga done.
Pela shupe kabla ya.
Payile deka.
There were about 12 family members, including the daughters-in-law.
12 members. So, and that was in a house, or it was? Did you live in tents, or how did you live there?
Amla number 2 ta nami chungni ziorwala. Number 2 khangba nala shuguyore yang kurupuni shuguyore.
Komba de komba water and the chunchunchi. Komba ngima chupa chupa desha. Komba water chunchunchi kurumare.
Toksa yomaro.
Yomare.
It was a very poor house that we lived in, and there were no upper floors, just the ground floor.
Mm-hmm. And what did your father do for work?
Amalagi palagi indi kableya chale khari nangi yore.
Tete baba taga ninche tanda kanta che na hinkanda leka che na sakala tanda che o na tanda son de che yosare.
I think my father was engaged in farming as well as gathering salt and selling the salt.
Mà cho chú bì là phải là mà cho đẻ cơ là mà cho chú bì.
We were a poor family then.
And was your father away from the house a lot of the time?
Amalagi pala ni chalenga phe chonga phe chini nangne gyuringbu chilo le phe digir wela.
지다 다 하다 니즈랑 고미요. 안돼 지금 저 거용 그래.
His journeys took only about 2 weeks and then he was home.
And did your grandmother live in the house or grandfather?
Ani amalagi phamegi phamadinre popo
다
momala dinre.
통만노. 다 그냥 통만노.
I've never seen them.
You never saw them. And what do you remember as a child before you went to school? What kinds of things did you do there?
Amla pugu chinji yimbe kabla rwala. Ani talapta la phere khari khari chere.
럽다 요 말에 또디. 바준다 소 hinkan달래 안데 맞다 럽다 요 코로 말에 또디.
There were no schools in those days, so I just, herded the cows and did some farming.
And were there other children that you played with there?
And it's a pugu rockpa dinde yorvela.
안데 좀 저선에 제누메라 다 hinkal레카체 맞어 조베 저 hinkan달레카체 수천다 초 안데 맞다 좀 저인데 제누선에 안데 저 샤몬다 dun데 제데.
Since we were a poor family, I had not much time playing. I would be either working in the field or helping with the animals, and then at times I used to go into the mountains to look for mushroom.
And do you remember what kind of mushrooms you were looking for?
And shamo kare koga
샤몬
pegiyana.
빨리 요살레 샤몬데 꼭 독도지도 두칸두개래 빨리 희나지래 샤몬 쓰지 여래 봉도 파이마 애들 두칸두개래 때문에 중살에서 요 말 소스 배죠 동야래
Sundar kare na shamodi.
전다 샤포포지도 저간 된다 아버지 샤포포지도 희나 빨리 지래도
Pedilana kare amla.
빨리 힘 빨리 선지 용아 힘 빨리 선네 탁부지 용아 힘 빨리 선데 봐 몽부도.
So we used to go looking for mushrooms, which was brownish in color, up into the forest, and they grew in areas where this pale wood grew. This wood, I have seen them around here too.
And what did you do with the mushrooms that you brought back?
And shamodi karichigre.
소소 섭지서 사래래.
It's for your own consumption.
And what else did you eat then?
Ani ta shamo chigyor wala shamo mayinge shela kare chigre dikabla.
나도 또 힘칼래야 그렇게 가래 이나 땡그래 소소 힘카 여러 왔더디.
Kari
그걸 라부 용마세야 되다서 배체세야 다부다 가래 소소 힘칼래 가래 이나 지 저기 여러. 너그 말에 소소 힘카는 땡그래.
So whatever we ate, we grew them in our fields, and they were radish, turnips, and other green vegetables. We didn't have to buy anything.
Did you ever eat any meat there, or did you eat strictly vegetables?
Amla number 2 dikabla sha chugu yodo ya shi che ran chugu na.
말에 샤사기로.
Yes, we ate meat.
What kind of meat did you like?
Ene amla sha khande dabu nyembu ye.
샤다는 것도 파인다 지나네. 야샤데 나도 등아로라 충주래 야샤 아마 빠바 아마다 야샤레스데 쯔부 제그도 야샤데 야 쯔그래 아나 야샤다 루샤데 야가 쯔그래.
So the meat of yak and sheep were considered better.
And Do you have any particular memory of that time that you find stays with you even today?
아니 디 갑라야 직 중교 딘데라 암라 부구 춘주이 임베 갑라야 단도 텐스 영에 딘데 두엘라
다 춘지 것을 다 텐서선데 힌카 레카체 아니 서친 초칸도 네 샤무 두칸도 엔데레레
아니 셴바 텐수 셴바다 기부 충바다 교부 충바다 딘데게 텐수 딘데 카리 유노
지프스는 다 모som ngaron normal 푸나라네 쪼보데 지라 네 힌카 레카체 샤무 두칸도 서친 초칸도 네 힌카 레카체 엔데레
So the memories I have since we were a poor family, it was mostly farming, herding, or collecting mushrooms.
And did you have any friends that you played with?
근데 제모제로 딘데 요나 암라라.
네, 안데 제모제인데 제누스네 요즘 안데 먼저 안데 제가 남아체 러사 카투 안데다네 가서 teacher kata pomo ande ngaro kalau cele yoroa ngaro kalau ndal cele di mejode mesti na debe na karsare linka ton sare karsare mesti na di mejode sedende pomo ande pomo chang nga cho chengan te nando de ande kala da nando zo ande nga chenu.
I remember that during Lhasa or on certain festivals, girls of the same age group, about 10 to 15 girls would get together, and then we would take, provisions and then have a picnic and cook our own food.
And was there a monastery near where you lived?
Amla shusagi damla ya gomba chigior well.
Gemba chesenge chochong gonsene chungchung chiyer se ba tarare.
Chochong. So the monastery was a very small one. It was called a Chochong.
And did you or you and your family ever did you go there on special occasions?
아니 암라 이네리 남미 셴바수 이네리 최종 공라야 아니 참참 피기 요나
누구요래 그래서 가서 최종 대전을 대신 저거래.
Yes, we did. We used to visit the monastery on auspicious days.
church 간 누구래.
And were any people in your family did they belong to the monastery? Do you have brothers that were monks or?
암라기 나네 지 부딘데 빙갸딘데 최종 공라야 잡아요나.
다방에만 저소걸랑 데데 잡아서 단단한 잡았단다 레분이지 예스메베 데 중주고는 다 야사살 돈 사사 제선 레분데레
알랭에마 최종 공기 잡아래.
그게 빈자 잡아데 사사도 사사네 제선 레분을 대행에 따기 쉬임바 어떠라이.
So my brother was a monk, and he was living at Drepung Monastery in Lhasa.
And at what age did he go there?
Amlagi pingya di Drepung la thaba khatu suina. Lo khatu ji.
Lo kasi suina nga kon la gembare nga tende she mela. Nga kon la gato genga lo ding parado.
He was 7 years older to me, so I don't know when it was that he became a monk.
And when did you first hear about the Chinese?
Amlagi gyami kor thangbu khatu theswe.
La.
Gyami kor thangbu khatu theswe.
Jami ko cheta jami ngon pai de ne jami le sanga pai de ne jami le so te le bi khan lo re. Ane jami de tambe yung re ndra ba yanda ndras mari yanda boda da bongo ti yo ba ti bongo me ba ti san chi do ande ga te ya du pai ngon tambe yung di jami de ngon pai le yung ko ha tambe ko na ngon hinka ngon pai le hinka da do chibu ndo do ta ko ro che ka che hinka ngaro che ka che hinka duro che ka che te duro che ka che shibu chi ro pa che ro che so jami ke
The Chinese arrived when I was in my village, and they came
Tedi
driving.
champu che do do konzo konzo longo ko do do te.
They came driving mules, and they would help us, carry away boulders from our farmland, and as well as helped in harvesting the fields, and that was how they deceived us.
Mm-hmm. And so you thought that they meant you no harm.
This is gonna chike tuputanga yimba de chiki yo
Tedi je so konzo keta ne kepa je de konzo tsu ro bu je yin dong do je re je sa. Tedi ko le tu je dong yo ma re. Tedi konzo ki pe chang da de konzo tsu ro bu je yin dong do je hin ka le ka hin ka nga ro je ka je do ta de hin ka no don do yo na pa ko ro je ka je shi bu je konzo ro bu je yin dong do je ge do wa. Je son da.
So the Chinese were very smart, and they pretended to help us, with the farm work, and then, carrying away boulders.
And when did you discover that they weren't as they seemed to be?
Ta amla number 2 gi sambal ta gyami dunzu nganzu la ropa chiga phere lebre samrwala.
저 담보도 언제 때라 아 마.
Ene
고고.
khatu hakoso kunzu gogo yobade.
내가 하사네 데들 랑상가 파이요 그런데 지체서 내가 하사 용차래네. 아니 슈마 두째 또 두째한테 제대가 하사 레사임바.
So when they started, oppressing the people, by then I was in Lhasa.
Mm-hmm. How did that happen? How did you get from Markham to Lhasa?
Amla
What was happening?
Lhasa la khandis pevre Markham ne ya Lhasa la.
하사 제단 하산도스를 집이 시비지 인지대 산데 나로 하산도가 있어 먼저 보면니 산지데 다가서 저도서 나지 용가지. 하사 집이 시비 열었어데.
There were 2 or 3 girls with me. We had heard that Lhasa was a very exciting and a happy place. So thinking it would be that, we sort of escaped from our village to go to Lhasa.
And how old were you then?
Didi amla kunglo khazire?
anga 파이네 원래 싸지. 또네 싸지.
I was 21 years old.
21 years old, and you thought maybe the village was a little boring, and Lhasa seemed more exciting place to go to.
Ta lo ni sakji che ane susu thongse di nyop to drabo je sam Lhasa ki bu shu jores. Exactly.
하사 레데다 파마텐데 군다 저저니 파상바 어떻게 응네.
And when I reached Lhasa, I missed my parents so much that I would be crying.
Mm. And your trip to Lhasa, was it a pilgrimage or did you just go?
And Lhasa la peyagi tamiyu di ne gorga peyina tagas pere.
다가서 보고 나와다가 제되겠다. 다가서라 요는 내지들 거다 하사서 집이 시비지 열어서 되겠네. 용샤래래.
So we just thought, we were young and just thought Lhasa was a great place to go to, so we could also go for pilgrimage. That was it.
So how did you go?
Ani payine ya khandes peyimbe.
제산이 공부 저기야. 야, 내 공부 수사되는 말에 공부 논던 것도 공부 저기나 공부 저거이. 때 하사 말에서 가디나다 지 라선다. 아니 제니 가디 이사래 하사 공부 논에 그런 것도 공부 저도고이. 봉구지대 봉구니 상지대야 공부 저도고이.
So we came walking all the way. Even around Kongpo area we were walking and driving a few donkeys. Then close to Lhasa we got a Chinese vehicle in which we traveled to Lhasa. So we sold those donkeys, we sold our clothes, and then went to Lhasa.
Uh-huh. So you got a Chinese vehicle? I mean, how did you do that? Did you Yes, how did you do that?
Any gammy game motaji clandestine too swell
Cái
dele.
kanda cái chế nó này thế còn cái kanda cái chế nó mà ropo ngân tôi ní sang sang cái chế sang cái ngân chế ngân tôi ropo.
So I don't know how they arranged it. I had some colleagues with me, like 3 to 4 of them, and we somehow got into this vehicle.
Okay. And so what happened then when you had a dream of Lhasa, and when you came from the village, and what was the first thing that you did when you got there?
Ta amla gi tal hasal shi je penyi thone ne lungbal shudu gane hasal penyi tho digi yorwa tal hasal jorwa any kharin nang be
Anh hasa chế sa pepa tambe pepa sa le yo pade. Puta ke yo pade. Anh de ne shira gi yo rim pade jama jo te ne jami gi nama rele taye rele te go do se de ne yo pepa sa yo pade de ma gumba sho. Anh jami sa lo chế sang ka kola ge ende lekha che kan ri.
So when I reached Lhasa, I worked as a servant to a family taking care of their child. But I didn't stay for much time, because I learned that if I worked for the Chinese, they paid 1 silver coin per day. So that's how I went to work for the Chinese.
Are you feeling okay?
Debuduela.
Nè phô da này mà tên đó sẽ ai ăn mình đu là.
She's fine, not much pain.
And what kind of work did you do for the Chinese?
Any gamila lega khari chembela mala.
Jami sa nghe tên đó sẽ nè.
Sunda.
De cola lekha de che nè chel mong che san jami ke da pepa chupa lonson.
Mare amla gamila lega nangyo kola gi lega snang iso ba di deshi kyoro nanda.
Vale. Ano cola de ngonje ke shinda ke tu ma cola da sama bude. Sama bude de selong chi non de tu ton de ne che cho chi ge ande che ne tu che de ne po jo go do.
Kabala.
Jami ke desa de ma ande chi tu ana ma hinka so nan de chi tu cola da ne sama bu chi tu sa. The tagadi ke yung do. Ano ngonjo de chuno de tu ton do so de ne se jog ande che de ne tu tok che de le ka de che.
The work that I did for the Chinese was, the Chinese brought coal and red earth in horse carts, and we were made to mix the coal and red earth along with water. And then taking a ladle, we took out a ladle full and then put them on the field to be dried.
It sounds like hard work.
Lega kale khakbu duela.
Kale shida ra mendu lata.
It wasn't very hard.
And how did the Chinese treat you?
Ani gemi tunju gi amla namba chole ya khande chigdo.
Mundu ne ke chiro so dang mama te mo tu long to chi ge yo ba ta to nge te san to de. Ana ma dang de me cho dan de jo du sa wo la pa ko ge lo gu do. Nde sa dong de so sha. Ana ngonjo de dong che de nga de ge yo ma de nga yan de pu nge pinja sa le ya lo de. Ko de mo tu jo de nga pinja sa lo sa de. De pu ya. Ana cho to yu de che sa chi shu ma yu yin de pu na ko sho mong bo yu.
So it wasn't very hard work, and I think they were just preparing for the attack, because they would tell us, if you hear the sound of gunfire, just go into the bunkers which had been built there.
So what year was this again? This was
Didi chikung gukya katusra amla chotoma pes ngela rawala.
Ko jami so yo de
Lao.
ta jami so yo de da ni san la re man ta de ne mo to long sa.
So I was working for the Chinese for about 2 or 3 months, and then the attack took place.
Oh. And did you learn any Chinese while you were working for them?
Ani phage gyami lega chitu gane gyami ke jabudinde tes gyake jabudes jangyen
Johnson ye mate ta sake the Johnson mele. Ta kuli juinde de de atre.
No, I did not.
So you were doing your work for several months, and they they let on that there would be an attack coming. What did you think when they said that?
Ta amla number 2 ta gyami lega nang shuyor wala ani gyami ge kyunzu chi ge ani menda ke jabu khobo yena pha yip ko rest de la kyor wa and today amla gi thuna khari jabu ji amla
mo tu da du cha chi jogi jere sa te de ngan ta sen ba de la chi pi chi mendo ne to ya te ngaro pinja de pun ru yo san de mi ge shapo ma de ya lo lekha che sa de ya lo sho sa na nga gunda de ya de pun ya lo do ge lekha de mi ge jami ge japun go le che and gunda de ya de pun lo do ge.
So we knew that something bad was going to happen, and I was not happy at all. And my brother, who was living at Drepung Monastery, he advised me that after my work was done, I should come back and stay at Drepung rather than stay at the Chinese camp.
Mm-hmm. And did you do that?
And amla takwarishi konda Drepung le ya lo phigi.
Oh, lo do ge. Me shop de me. Ni taba ge de chu me ma de ya lo sho lo gu do. Le kha ne me ge man do ron do re.
Yes, my brother wouldn't let me stay at the camp, and after the work was done, I used to always go back to Drepung.
And did the Chinese wonder why you were going there, or where were you staying before that?
Ani tanda Drepung la ya lo phigi yorwa dingon la ani ya magela gyami gi lega lesa dwa la shu digi yona
La
anda Drepung la konda takwa ya lo phigi yoso ba dingon la thangbu ne Drepung lo phigi yore ya ngon la
ge tombet ne ya Drepung lo do ge mi ge de chu me do nge pinja ke mi ge shapo ma de ya Drepung ya dung da ya lo sho mi ge ma de lo do
an gyami khari sam ge yore dilaya
ni kham mo ge jami ka de sang ge dan ni kham mo.
No, right from the beginning, my brother wouldn't let me stay at the Chinese camp. And I used to always go back to Drepung. And I don't know what the Chinese thought of that.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened? So you would go stay at Drepung after your work. And then what happened? What happened?
Ta amla ge ningu lega cherwa gyami zala ya ani gonda Drepung la ya phetu gorwa ani dinde chini dawa khashi ji shurwa ani khari che
ani in je ta ne ngan Drepung ya lo ta de lo de gyami zala dawa ne sa che la lekha che ju ma che na gonda de ya Drepung ya lo do ran de ma tu long cha so yo tin bu gyami zala lekha che sa na ma che na sa ma tu long cha so and the 50 yung bi jesa deputa bata nando.
After 2 or 3 months, working with the Chinese, then the attack happened, and I fled one night along with many monks of the monastery.
Where did you flee to?
Kawa Treperel.
Then Drepung under yando Drepung under chilto then the jolma you and the chishi sadnal mando go to. Lumba the chishi segit. On the tank, you the chishi do the lumba that shot the day, the dogo. Shot the chishi, then my youth are then the part of the singing, just and it sang it on this.
So we left Drepung and then passed a region called Chushu, and we had to, walk the whole night, and we had to walk the whole night, going beside a huge river, following that river, and reached a place called Sengizong.
Oh, yeah.
And what was that? Was that a village or another monastery? Or
Sengizong lange dila di karire amla chongsip chunju jire yang gomba dajire karido.
Sengizong du rang resha manya to so gengi mama me ge dung manya to ne de resha koro. Gomba andanda pare me to dung rang resha. Antena de jamin leso and Drepung ko shota ki trenda chikoti ki chesa jami second ro yin se de trakoti ki chelen ta kan so jami ki machochi jo sha do lo taba kanga de thondal ma pora men mobile hamaso pura jami kiseso.
Sengizong was a real fort, and we stayed there. And while we were there, the Chinese arrived, and many monks who were with us, they volunteered to fight the Chinese, and the Chinese shelled, and then most of them were killed.
Well, backing up just a bit, did you hear fighting when you were fleeing? When was the first time you actually heard cannon fire or guns?
Amla number zo pane Drepung Monastery konda di thudu ganerwa ani merkyo gi ke khoni thurwa merkyo ke khadu khosuela
chen na malo ze ta chen le chen lo koso ma de jo de chen ma jo de chen le an chen ka te yumbi nengu ba de chen le jo.
We heard a shelling in the night. It was before twilight, and then we immediately fled.
So you were still in Lhasa then, and then you heard the shelling and you went to the fort.
Didu gane amla ta Lhasa sana Drepung le yorwa la.
Nan Drepung yora.
Ani Drepung le yudu gane amla ge ani di thurwa la ta menda gebyo donju thurwa ta. And dine pa pene ani Sengizong la le rwa la.
Re chishin na pa Sengizong lo le.
Right, I was in Drepung Monastery that night, and then we fled through Chushul and reached Sengizong.
And what was the mood of everyone who was going with you? Were people scared? Were they anxious to fight the Chinese? What were people feeling?
Ta amla number to chudu gane chunge rokpa mangpu yorwala ene mi changme gi shenang chigido ya kamila jingo samdigido
jingo sam jingo to tene kocha koya yo mare jamilo ne mecho yore menda yore ngondolo ne pepalo ne menda ne koya me.
Yes, everybody wished to fight, but nobody had weapons. The Tibetans had no weapons, and the Chinese had the artillery shells.
Were you worried for your family that was still in the village?
Amla di kabla tre pedu ganeta susu yema phayu leya ta nangmi jol ha de yorwa ani dunju gi simde da chena chumbe la khunju leya
La phail
milhayre amla nangmi chama
so mataya de ngam ra gi phai ki te gi la men tu ngene so mata pe ngam ra gi chen jami wol tha gi jami ginjo yu sa de ge che ka yu ni ka rel ni and the single do nama the necessary nama lesson nama channel.
I was more worried about myself being caught by the Chinese than thinking about my family at that time.
Okay, so you So this memory is making you sad now. Is that true?
Amla thuju di ta tanda di jingya donju thendu ganen amla semba kyogu duas.
Semba kyogu tanda nga tanda ra me chu shugu ya. Ngonto chenga yuninga relani ane chona ati ngonto pepa ka se sere. Na ngonto tu magolas de kasa me tawa sa don ma yu de chete na kanga saya me long kan ro de lo ke ya me.
I cry now because thinking about the journey, and then the walking the whole night, and the number of Tibetans that were killed, and our having nothing with us and begging through the way. Everything was so sad.
Yes, it sounds very hard. And when you got to the fort, then what happened?
Amla number zo zong de la pep swala and singi zong la ya e singi zong la pep du gan ne thangbo khar je zong nang lo la ya phere
no le so mi ko konjo kanda so robot je bi in mi singi zong ge komban don le du rong le so komban de re min du 춘초체
아니 달라니 가르치니 슈베 가르충소
아니 이제서 내게 근데 잠이 온데 이제서 통들만 매줘줘야 되는데 잡아등에 딱이 쇼비 봐
암라 단다 소난다
라라 아니 제가 잠이 온데 고쇼타게 때 거기게 켈레 때 칸도게 잠이 세게 해서 던로로 고쇼타 먼저는 안에 보면로 마투 아니 잠이게 뭐 쪼지 저서니 아마 생기던데 드레풍 고쇼 뭐 보세스.
So we were housed in this fort at Sengizong, and then the Chinese arrived, and many of the Drepung monks who were with us, they were carrying swords, and many volunteered and charged upon the Chinese, and then they were shelled and killed.
And please continue just to tell what happened.
And amla this sirwa tabatso ma zinga pesa da ani gyami ki menda gyamni seba da megyo gyamni seba tunza amla rangi sisu
나랑 야쁘지 가 통랑 먼저 잡아 먼저 연조 생겨도는데 잡아 뭐뭐 대세서 생겨도는 먼저 생 생겨도는 야 저도 오래 생각 내서 매 총수서 내서 내서는 막 연구 저도 생각 요 아는 내는 야 희나지래 tintus the langatin tongmundo langatin ma jamin dogores and ma langatin ma jamin dogores and 먼저 necessary kon juye che te kon rele hinachile tintus.
So after the monks were killed, we fled that whole night and reached a place called Ne. And people, who knew the way, they said, that we should avoid the roads because the Chinese were, taking the road. And we went up into the forest.
And how many people do you think this was with you?
Amla namba zo nyamdole ya mi manglo yore.
Menga du zimzimela. Menna kashe mi patso tangdo de nondol menga du zimzime. So kaba tata lon dre. Rule nondo and then kesane yo marela. So kaba tata lo kaba don.
So
we nondol ngare pinja taba te che yang kusho ni sang yinga che yo tmata shenda kanga don sare.
So there were just 5 or 6 together with me. One was my older brother who was the monk, and a few other monks, and the rest got scattered. Each one was fleeing wherever he could.
So then what happened?
Ani amla junjuta cheperwala. Ani ne chalali diugane ta gami langa kala tujo mar gami go res namba so shingna bulia
tiso kondo lumba de meta gami on langa tindo na jami yungure teno tono mando chodon sei gres no mon de hina jile tins kondo juye chedi
ani khalchi so shingna bulia
hina jile tendi ne che hina jile ndo no kondo juye ndo cheken ne so sa de juye ndo cheken du kondo ro pe chedi and hina jile yando chenkang the chenkang ni the karsa ninga ni chen and hina jile tin and then the lumba kanda le na chuma tasho pare the lesson tagi karsa me tawala.
So people of that region of Ne were very kind, to lead us up into the forest, and we were sleeping during the day and then walking at night. And I don't know which other regions we passed through, but finally we were in the Mon Tawang area.
So you walked and walked and walked and walked a long distance.
Ani amla number zo komba gi tharang ba shibu ji gyab yosar wala Mon Tawang.
Gadin me na chin hina chilan rogo do kara langa du chalan rogo to de kincho ko lo chu yin cha o sre shamato na.
Yes, in yes, in those days there were no vehicles, and there was a very bad, road, and it was a forested region. Thank God I was a young person. And when we reached Mon Tawang, the people were very kind to give us food when we went to beg from them.
Mm-hmm. And had you heard then that the Dalai Lama had escaped?
And di kabla Mon Tawang la jodu ganen amla number tsugi kyamgo rinpoche tu pebres.
Peba ngundu khakore. Te yine beten tambo ne denge shotare. Te chishu gundu ke khako te yore. Yine beten tambo ne denge shoba ngundu khakore. Yine beten shotare.
We already knew that the Chushigando had escorted His Holiness and Dalai Lama out.
And at that point, did you know anything of the fate of your family in Markham?
And amla ta kyagana la chuma thanda dela Mon Tawang chu phe charwala and tidu kane Markham la khare amla ge nangmi chola khare chungyo me de ni khengi yuwe.
Aha ko men la kare chegi kaba khako gore ne.
No, I had no knowledge at all. How would I know?
At what point did you learn of what happened to your family, even though you didn't know then? When did you find out?
Amla di kableya ta Markham la susu nangmi la khare chungyo me di hache kogu yo marwa.
Te ka khamago.
Ta khadu ne chu dabuji ha khosu.
Te shu re kono ta ne chu kha ko de ta shu la ne. The jami ki tu se ton so under dupute so se te shu ne shu lo ko so ma te ten tam pa.
So I learned very much later about how they had suffered under the Chinese.
Did they escape? Did any of them escape?
Nangmi su thö thar yo rel.
No ma je Lhasa le ngai no shul ka tre tha min do.
No, none of my family members made it.
So it was very fortunate for you that you wanted to go to Lhasa when you did.
Ta amla ngema lo chunju kable Lhasa la phenyi shubush thorwa. Ta dige ya ku chungne ta dene chu kya
Mo de kin cho che ta kin cho ge chen de che san ta ko kin cho ge to yi. Yi ne bu ne ne na ma sha sha ji ya do ta kan ka me na me so ngaron na ma ta pa de chu la khan du ge la. Na ko ro yi ne bu ko sa te ro che na diga du sa te ko ro mala tara jog ya.
Yes, I was fortunate, and it was thanks to the gods, that I can see His Holiness so frequently here, and I always pray that His Holiness should live long and that nothing should happen to him.
And back at that time when you were living in Lhasa before the attack on the fort, did you see yourself the Chinese mistreating any of the people in Lhasa?
Amla Lhasa la yan te chuyorwa la tanda dawa khashe je.
Da khashe ke
la di dawa khashe shube thuju di na la ya gyami gi ta pheba la dukja cheba den re amla si swe.
Na mi ga thong ma so la. Ngon ta ko pepa cha de yo pran de pepa cha ma go gumba she de jami cha le che so ko la da de che de. And then ga mi ga thong ma so la.
ane ko le ga chi du gyami dukja che chigi mi do la.
Ko pepa ta chichu konto longore te chege de to ko de yatre ma to.
No, I did not see them especially mistreating anyone, because earlier I was working at the Tibetan family, and then later I labored for their coal work.
Mm-hmm.
And except hearing about that Chushigangdru was resisting, other than that we did not hear or see anything.
Mm-hmm. So until the attack itself, you did not really see anything.
Amlagi tap gyami gi ra merkyo gyaya gochu du rimashi ene tupuchige sigyo marwa.
Ne je sang de choto gora choto jami ge me jojo de ngonzo chetanda choto go me tawon masimari nani ni gaban doge logo ade gaban doge se de ngonzo gonto sikin le kuliju katonso.
That is right. When the shelling began, I made my escape, and then gradually I was able to come to Misimari, and from where I was sent to Sikkim.
Mm-hmm. And had you any? Do you feel like? How do you feel your understanding of Buddhism has helped you?
Amala girwala kange ta penyang yore chu phedu gane any nangba sangge gi chu nangni khandes khaju phen thoyorel
Ni pakade pento tu me ba ne.
mare nangba sangge gi chu nanggi yorwala dige susu la phen thoyorwa khande phen thoyores
To kincho che hidilo de khojere ta soso ge ta ngaro jagal no bata ige na bunje ju soso jagal no ba nangane to ne che ju ya te ngaro kincho ge chen de ke te ya po ju so san de teng do ye pai mala sho te san te tan ngi mata pai mal ro sho se ge do na pai ro ge me ngaro karme ke kare che ju ne che ke me na me ige na ban na ma sha shen je ya ra go do so che shi ya ra go do che ya ra go do na pai mon ro san te te go do la ta kincho che ta shi ka la ka.
So when one dies, it is only the merit that you have earned by practicing the Buddha Dharma that you can carry with you. My relatives asked me to come back to the village, but I told them, I can see His Holiness and like the sunrise every day, and then I can listen to His teachings, and I'm free to practice the Dharma, so I will not come back.
So you still have relatives in Tibet that are alive?
And amlala thanda phailaya pingya yorwela.
Inje pachi machi pura shisasha. Nga chijo ma to hamindu. Ana ta pinja ke puguta to hado ma to pachi machi pura shisasha.
So
Nga chi pura hado.
all my siblings are dead. I'm the only survivor, but my siblings' children are there.
And are they still in Markham?
Anda pingyagi pugudunzo anda markham la shuyorel.
Yore.
Yes, that is right.
And do you have any communication with them?
Tanda dewa yona.
Dewa ta pundan do do da. Pushi da tong ma yo she na do lo do.
So sometimes the phone works, but they told me not to call them frequently and that they were scared.
Ni kasi to ko onje katulo de me ta chaga te chi tong itne. Tala pa ko po ngodo lumba chi pechi pa ke te me ta chaga te se tong itne. Tala jami ko thosa sha ma ramendu.
So when the color chakra took place recently, I sent my relatives a few precious pills, but those were also confiscated by the Chinese and they didn't receive them.
And what is your feeling towards the Chinese today?
Teresa amlagi Camila karigongudue.
Ta jami ko ta dai san che te go do ma to jami ko me ge pa tong yu de na ni pan do to kha cha pa ko ni to hud pa ma. Ta ka che ko ngo to peri pra anda chi she te ta ta. Na to on te ke sanu lo ta na ta ka ze to sa so. Ngo to peri chi pa ro ane.
The Chinese, I believe they are my enemies. And nowadays, even if I see a photograph of a Chinese, I want to poke him in the eye and smear poop on his face. How many Tibetans have they killed, and how many Tibetans are self-immolating themselves these days.
먼저 즈불 마테스를 차기 간다 차기도 다 건데 배게 재미게 두버tonto 내게 산우셔야 돼 맞다 또야 돼 재미게 beauty process the duberto.
How much pain you get when you cut yourself, and our people, they are pouring kerosene over them and immolating themselves, and that is because of the suffering that Chinese have caused to them.
Do you think that the Chinese are sentient beings?
아니 간주 안다 게미소요르와라.
나.
아니 게미소요르와. 간주 도와리도 심제 탐제 시기요르와.
어르와.
게미초게 도와리도 심제 탐제 낭라 요르와.
어레 저여라 다 건데 메다 가서게 셈바데 놀라 건데겠네. 간다치 되겠네. 하타 니지메 저다 간다 있는데 가셔네.
Yes, they are among the sentient beings, but they are heartless and they have no compassion. I don't know why.
What would you like to communicate to the young people from your experience? What would you like to give to them that they would carry on?
아니 단단 간주 배배기 로충아 나시언초 여러와 암라 다 나시언초라 다 공로 제와 돈주기 다 가리더버지 럽된 지구고요래라
나는 옛날 가로 시다 대만 됐다 먼저 가로 때리 그 포사 마사다서 체제 나 둘라칸 답한 거요 근데 체제 둘라칸런도 팀한다지 만는데 링콘도 먼저 배그리션도 라지 말에 아 근데 체야 버지도 나도 생각 넣는다 대땡도 맞다긴 시다 그거 지금에라.
So I don't have much intelligence to say, but when I go to the temple, the Tsugla Khang, I see, many of the youngsters, walking around with rosary and saying their prayers, then I feel, our culture is not being lost, it's being preserved.
What do you think is the most important thing in your culture that needs to be preserved?
당간주기 릭쇼여와 나 베베 릭쇼 다 릭쇼나네 간주 가리 숨겹 치구고요래 개 체슈디
다카링에는 시단 것쯤에 딱 먼저 베리 때문에 또 베파티 거로다 가서 베 가서 가서 베기 리슈 달라 마샤바치 말라바치 제로제나 사체제야 다다 근데 베간가 도자 지디제야 지다 근데 지제로제나 산데가 생반나 때 거기도 맞다게 제야 그때 시다게 때메라
So I always hope, that our culture and tradition will be. So I always hope that our culture and tradition will be preserved and that all the Tibetans will stand united. The most important thing for me is that His Holiness the Dalai Lama should live long, and if he is living, then Tibetans can walk with confidence.
What do you think will happen after the Dalai Lama passes?
아니 겸그를 무지 매백이 두주직 차버 이나는 암라 가르치기를 삼기도 해.
근데 내가 다이게 내가 매백 뒤치는 차비는 뭔가 자가 파 재미 들때 사이나 간단한 강에 지다 되게 그래. 다 땡 동안에 거네. 다 뜻이 링가 또 먼저 맞다 되게 예매나 마셨더니 갖고 그 매었더니 근데 먼저 강에 지 되게나 되게서 땡 동안에.
If such a time were to come, I don't know if the Indians will hand us over to the Chinese. Perhaps I will not be alive then, but I do feel that we are sure to face problems then.
Is there anything that you would like to say that I have not asked you that you think is important for the world to hear?
아니 암라 단단한 주기 깨제 팀에 바로라 암라기 개침부든들 하교든들 숭야 연아 다 exampling 게 하고고야 베베골라
지랑 거 주면 뭐뭐로 야제제는 시다 냐뉴메 얘기 쉐기메 네 시다게 되지는 근데 하고메 뭐네 또서
No, I don't know because I'm old and I have no education and also not much experience to talk on this subject.
가르치는 맞잖아. 이게는 뭐 그때로 따라라 인당하시던 거 죽으면 좋다.
Whatever it is, I just want that His Holiness lives long. Other than that, I do not understand anything much.
I want to thank you very much.
단다 잠베이실한테 나타도 고통 기꺼빠도 통이 등하는 미치로 쇼면도 내려서 그래서 저것도 보면 가르쳐 그랬다.
When I see the photograph of Jambe Yeshe who immolated himself, I just find tears pouring down my face. There's nothing else that we can do.
Well, thank you very much, Amala.
And Amla tujiches.
라서
I want to ask just a few more questions before we stop.
근데 tuwa kasheju는 아주 잠시하기 일.
라서
I want to ask again, just to make sure, if this interview were shown in Tibet, China, or anywhere else, would this cause any problem for you?
당긴 안주 찍간디 슈요레라. 디 양교 tuwa di 간디 슈구구요레. And 케시 다른 게 tuwa til에 제바딩 안주 표 야나 잠링 카왈라 템비네 암라라 콜레케요 말와.
있는 건데 배기 먼저 배를 배쇼를 페이지 또 까빠이나 때고로 때로 때게 페이지 도로 배 쇼를 페이지 도로 제나 까빠이나 때 좋아요.
Please show it anywhere if it would help the cause of Tibet, because I have not spoken any lies.
Can we use your real name for this project, or would you rather we used an alias?
암라게 책 오마등 안주 배주 땅 쪽으로와 민주부야 고야 요마로와.
배제 동다도
Of course you can use
Once again, Tuchiche.
맞아.
Thank
양교
you.
투지체 슈기.
맞아.